Caleb Plant, man, y'all two know real life social. He gonna see this. He gonna see this. Is that just like you feel like it's just competitive because y'all at the same weight class? Is it?
He know what's up. He went about on some going on Instagram, joking on Instagram.
Caleb Plant might be a fan favorite, but he is certainly not the most liked guy in the boxing world. That's why everybody in 168 is rooting for his defeat on the 14th of September. Even though Caleb is squaring off against a fighter who is coming after a 5-year layoff, the boxing world believes that Caleb would be destroyed against Trevor McCumby. The latest inclusion in Caleb's hate train is Edgar Berlanga Jr. Edgar Jr. is headlined in the main event of Cinco de Mayo in the T-Mobile, Las Vegas. These two are going back and forth with each other for the rude behavior in the past. Some of the most heated moments of their previous confrontations were
After I fight Canelo in September, we fighting.
And if you don't fight Canelo in September?
I got my business already here in September. I promise you.
And he said if we don't get the Canelo fight, then we're going to run it next. That's what you said, right? No, what I'm saying. That's what you said.
I promise you. See?
No, besides promise, I'm saying
I'm
that's
gonna
what
knock
you
you
said.
out, bro. I'm gonna knock you out. Take your glasses off. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
No, you're not.
I'm
No,
gonna
you're
knock
not.
you out.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out, nigga. Take your glasses off, pussy.
For what?
Edgar bragged in a recent episode of The Cigar Club that at one point he was about to knock out Caleb with a big slap on the face. The only reason he left the idea was because he knew that Caleb would sue him or file a police case against him. He added, "Yeah, he was on some." If you see the whole thing, in the beginning, I was cool with the nigga. I got respect for the nigga. But he's like, he's lucky I ain't smacked the out of him. I would have knocked him out. So it won't be a big surprise if we see them lined up against each other in the future. Moreover, their clash was also seen on the undercard revelation for the 14th of September. Here, Edgar openly showed his disgust towards the former middleweight champion. Edgar also promised that he wouldn't end up on the 14th as Caleb did.
You can have all the power in the world, you could do what you do, but at this level is intelligence and IQ. And we're not gonna end up like that. Nigga over there, I got knocked out. Caleb.
All right.
They're both
on the same card.
Yeah,
All right, let's turn things back over.
Stop.
Caleb,
No?
take it easy. I'm gonna take care of him for you.
Moreover, Edgar slammed Caleb for fighting on his undercard and being a nobody in the division. The Puerto Rican-American boxer continued about the chances of a fight in the future. I see myself getting in the ring with him. He needs guys like me. He can't sell. He's actually fighting on my card now. That's my son now. He was talking all that. Now he's on my card. He can't even sell out a family dinner. He can get tight, but it's the truth. Caleb has also bounced back on the heat from the youngster. He claimed that after countering Trevor, the next number was going to be Edgar. He had enough of his passive and peaceful interactions with Berlanga and threatened him.
This is like the third or fourth time now he's done threatening to smack me in my face. So when I want to put my foot, I don't want to hear nobody in any comments talking about, oh, Caleb, was he? Yeah, well, step to me, threatening me that you're gonna smack me in my face.
Just like Edgar, his promoter was also fed up with all this bad blood with Caleb Plant. In a live chat with Edgar, he said,
So what I don't understand is the guy, Caleb Plant, he had his shot, he got knocked through the ropes. Why you worried about your fight?
Yeah, he another dude. He got a whole other fight he had my press conference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what is he doing? Like what is he
dude,
talking about?
clout
And you got
chasing.
knocked through the ropes. It's almost like signing in. It's almost, it made me feel like Rikers Island or something. The guy done got his whip. Now you want to big up the guy whipped his No, I never seen nothing like this in my life.
He over here hugging him and all. I'm like, yo, this dude's a...
No, it's unbelievable. He signed in legend.
Yo.
Other than Berlanga, another ill-wisher of Caleb has made a statement about the co-main event of the 14th. Ryan Garcia has joined the website formerly called Twitter and gave his prediction of this fight. He declared, Trevor McCumby will pull off the W and Ann upset over Caleb Plant. Book it. Trust me on this. This post was noticed by Swift Hands, and he came with a sharp answer. He launched an attack on Ryan and Trevor for their usage of banned substances and reposted, a cheater picking another cheater to win. Imagine that. Ryan is very active about his social media trolling of Caleb, where he regularly posts disrespectful stuff. This led to a major brawl when Caleb threw beer glass on him after the Tank vs. Martin fight. And not only that, Caleb further punked Ryan Garcia on his 1-year ban for the use of performance-enhancing drug Osterine before the fight against Devin Haney. Caleb included these insights after his media workouts. You know he's been swearing up and down that he is innocent, and if it's so easy to prove, obviously one would go to court and prove that rather than cough up $1.5 million and take a 1-year ban. Regardless of how much money you have, I ain't coughing up that much money, especially if I know I'm innocent. Well, he took the other route, so that says a lot. Boxing streamers on They Boxing Voice podcast think that Trevor will give Caleb a tough time. They placed their bet on Trevor and said,
"Yeah, I was there for the Trevor fight in your event. I told people he has a decent little fan base. I can see him getting a big fight with Caleb Plant now and selling a lot more tickets."
Caleb's father, Richie Plant, also sees a very tough matchup against Trevor McCumby. He is the co-trainer of his son and admitted that the inactivity has hurt the campaign of his son, but he hasn't spent a day without sweating in the gym.
There's been quite a layoff. It's been some time since we've been in the ring. It's not the way we wanted things to be, but you know, sometimes life doesn't give you exactly what you want, and circumstances don't work out exactly the way you want. So, you know, our only alternative, since we weren't able to get the fights that we wanted when we wanted them, was just to continue to spend time in the gym and just continue to sharpen our knives, you know.
Caleb's coach is also sure of a convincing victory and refers to him as a thick-skinned on his regular bad blood with other boxers. He wants Caleb to pull off a magnificent victory and become a 2-time world champion. His thoughts about this fight were,
I mean, it's a great card. This is a bad blood fight. It's two guys that don't really like each other. Trevor's a big puncher. So I think he's definitely going to try to come and knock Caleb out. But whatever he can do to us, we could do to him. So we're going to try to knock him out too. You know, so the same thing he wants to do to us. I don't believe he's the puncher in the fight. So we're going to find out, but I expect a knockout in the fight.
Caleb's father also made a bold prediction about this fight and claimed that Caleb would be coming for an early knockout.
And we're 110% coming to win. So it's going to be an exciting fight. I know Caleb's got a lot of fans out there, and they're going to be really happy with what they see.
Caleb's opponent is also coming with full preparation. Despite the 5-year layoff and including a 9-month PED ban, Trevor is sure that he will counter swift hands. He is bothered by Caleb and his camp's remarks about him and wants to settle this score in the ring. I have respect for Caleb, but at the end of the day, come fight night, nah, I'm coming for you. Trevor also slammed Caleb's claims about his nervousness in this fight. He gave his firm response and said, he can say whatever he wants at the end of the day. He can think what he wants. I'm not even worried about him. I'm training really hard. I'm dropping sparring partners. It's hard to keep them around, so I don't know if he can say the same if he's training as hard as I am. Both fighters did a gentlemanly face-off, but after that, they are adding fuel to the build-up by their stinging remarks. First of all, Trevor McCumby called his opponent a quitter, and then Caleb brought some demons from his past.
You know, he's been calling me a quitter, and you know, if any of you guys can raise your hand of, you know, seeing me quit in a fight or anything in life, you know, raise your hand and let me know, because, you know, if it's one thing I'm not a quitter. I'm not a cheater either, and he's a cheater. He's been caught, he's been busted, he's been suspended, he's been fined for not only taking steroids, but also for getting a legal IV after the weigh-ins.
McCumby has also shown some concerns about Caleb's hostile behavior towards him. In one media session, he explained why he called Caleb a quitter. He recalled Canelo's fight against Caleb and said, I don't know, he was just giving me that vibe. I saw it within the Canelo fight. He goes mid-fight, I'm a pretty good fighter, huh? At that point, you already quit. You're like trying to be friends with your opponent, and that's all fine and dandy after the fight, but during the fight, it showed me that he quit in that fight, so it is what it is. Their media workout was also filled with similar allegations and threatening remarks about each other. Caleb has shown the world that he was regularly sparring and training in the gym. With a firm belief that this hard work will translate well into the ring, the swift hand said, I'm ready to show the fans what a good old-fashioned looks like. His zero has got to go. It's out of here. Caleb also dissed his Tennessean opponent for not having a single credible fighter in his resume. Caleb didn't pay any homage to Trevor's undefeated record and considered this fight only as a path that would take him to bigger fights in the future. He added, this is McCumby's opportunity. Up until now, he's been a 30-year-old prospect. He's waited a long time to step up into a big fight, and I think it's because he doesn't believe in his skills. He can talk all the talk he wants, but actions speak louder than words. Other than Trevor and Berlanga, Caleb talked about his father and his trainer Stephen Bredman Edwards in the media workout. He is sure that under their guidance he will easily surpass this fight and will have bigger fights in the future. Caleb paid his homage to his father and trainer and said, "I haven't thought past Trevor McCumby. I'm focused on the task at hand, but I know that winning this belt will put me in a good position for future fights. My trainer, Stephen Edwards, and my dad are like an echo of each other. They're basically the same person, and it makes everything really smooth." Trevor McCumby, who is coming off a much bigger inactivity, has expressed his desire to outshine. He knows that he's being taken as an underdog in this fight, and he will have to face reprehension due to his previous mistakes. He showed his admiration for the whole card of the 14th September event, promising that he would put on a great show. Trevor said, "I'm not worried about anything Caleb says. I treat every fight the same and train very hard every time. I'm preparing to face the best Caleb Plant. I'm coming to show that I have skills as well. This is my coming out fight. The world is going to see who I am. I'm coming into that ring with tenacity." Trevor McCumby is sidelined from the boxing scene due to his inactivity, but he boasts an unblemished record of 28 wins in 28 fights. In his 2016 entry in the ring, the unbeatable fighter recorded a career-best first-round knockout against Donovan George. But this fight was converted into no contest, as it was found out that Trevor had a banned substance in his system. The matter was under litigation, which pushed out the ruling until the following September. This was the worst period of Trevor's life when he was granted a 9-month suspension. At that point, McCumby strongly considered retirement at the time, but has reconsidered it. Since then, he has added 5 more wins in his 2018. These boxers include Christopher Pearson, Vicente Martin Rodriguez, and Felipe Romero. The biggest was in his most recent outing, a 10-round decision win over Chris Pearson on January 31st in Plant City, Florida. Since then, he stayed grounded and focused in his gym. Originally, his fight against Caleb was announced for 17th August, but that news evaporated soon because of an injury faced by Trevor. About his struggling phase, Trevor said, "I stay grounded and focused on my goal. That's the most important thing. I've been boxing since I was 7 years old, and I've been on really big stages before. I'm prepared for this moment." Moreover, he has shown frustration with guys who think that he's not a legit contender in this fight. He recalled his outstanding pro record and amateur pedigree and concluded,
"I am sick of this modern-day boxing culture. Oh, he didn't deserve to fight me. Oh, he hasn't fought anybody. I'm 28-0 with 21 knockouts. 7-time national champion, ranked number 10 in the WBA. I've been ranked in all 4 organizations for a very long time now. Let's make boxing like it used to be, and let's fight."
But Caleb has completely overlooked Trevor and has proposed the next fight after this showdown. He wants a rematch with the Mexican superstar who took his middleweight crown. In a recent interview, Caleb convinced everyone that he deserves a rematch with Canelo. He said, "I feel it's worth it, especially since we had a competitive fight the first time. It was probably 6-4 before the 11th round. I feel I'm worthy. But first, you tell us how you see this fight going. Will Caleb overcome McCumby? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel."